the Dynamic Folio, the Rebound keyboard, the ESR Shift, the Rebound magnetic case. Let's see which case is right for you. So I think one of the most important aspects is weight. And if you're holding something really heavy, especially for long periods of time, it will make using this really uncomfortable. Now, these are two of the lightest ones, the Dynamic Folio and the Rebound case. They both have a simple opening feature. They're both magnetic as well. This one also has a feature where you could buy a case that could protect your iPad. It also has a pen holder. The Rebound case has a magnetic clasp, so you can put your pen in here and you'll know it's pretty secure. There's also magnets and it is quite soft. The Dynamic Folio, however, does not have the same matte felt innards. These other two cases are actually a little bit heavy. I was quite surprised when I got it. This one is the Shift. Just opening it up, we see there's a protective case, which we'll talk about. The keyboard case is the heaviest among them. As you can imagine, because it has a keyboard built in. So in terms of stand function, the Shift is quite unique. I will demonstrate it without the iPad inside, but it works just the same. You have a flap at the bottom and at the top of the case, and you just place it down. There's magnets along the edges, and it's pretty secure. Overall, the viewing experience with this is quite good. So I've had the Rebound case the longest. I find that the stand variations for it aren't my favorite. You can put it up this way, but the viewing angle can be kind of steep. The Moft, however, boasts many viewing angles. I'm still learning how to use it. I've only had it for a week, but with the iPad, you could tilt it this way. Whereas this direction, that way. Although the Dynamic Folio has a lot of viewing options, I find that it could sometimes be not the sturdiest. The magnets sometimes don't stick in, but it is the most versatile. I'd say this is probably the most enjoyable on the couch, where I could rest this section on my leg. It's not too heavy either, so it's very comfortable to hold. This one only has pretty much one stand function, just upright. I mean, you could tilt this back, but it's a little bit heavy at the top. I wouldn't recommend tilting it too far back. Viewing angles aren't bad with this one. I'd say it's similar to a MacBook. Okay. In terms of protection, the more folio style iPad cases don't give you the side protection like the other ones. You can buy a case with this one that goes along with it, but that costs extra. For the keyboard case, there is the inner case that your iPad would go into, and same with the Shift. So this will come out. It comes out pretty easy as well. One thing I tried to find online was whether these two ESR products work together, but in fact, these two iPad cases don't magnetically stick together. So I might try to add magnets to get a workaround, but as you can see, this does not stick at all to the keyboard, and vice versa for the Shift. I also want to note, it is pretty difficult to get the iPad out of the case. It is quite cumbersome. So with the Folios, it's pretty simple. You pop it out of the magnet, you slide it back in, and it is very secure. However, with these cases, although they give you like edge protection, sliding it back in can be very difficult, but at least you know it's secure. So doing that every time for the keyboard, not ideal. So in terms of dimensions and portability, these two are nearly identical. They're about the same size and shape. So the Shift is pretty different from the more like magnetic style closures. It is also a little bit thicker as well. So it is about maybe 3 of these. And the keyboard case is about 4 folios thick. The width is significantly wider. So I have the Pencil Pro here with me. Just to show an example, I have my iPad here. It goes there. I can close it and it will shut off the iPad. And the clasp nicely hugs the pen, so I'm confident it's not going to slip out. For the Moft Dynamic Folio, I'm not as confident with the pen. If I had the corresponding case with it, it would be better. But as it stands, it doesn't secure the pen 100%. It's pretty strong right now, just with the base magnets. Also, the screen does turn off. So the Shift case actually has a pen sleeve here. However, this one is not as secure. Similar to the Moft Folio, it just lets the pen sit on the edge. As for the keyboard case, this one, just like the other Rebound, has a nice slot for your pen. And you could feel very sure that this is gonna stay. So after seeing all these cases, I hope I helped you come to a recommendation. I hope you guys find one for yourselves, and thanks for watching this video.